Okay, we left 298. Okay, we're holding base in Mishna Berura 298, page 298. Okay. Koram Pasha Shkolim. Doma Krozos Olas Chodesh Bechocho Lechoche Ashona. This is the burnt offering of the month, Bechocho, when it's renewed, Lechoche Ashona. Hai Lechoche Yisero, the word Lechoche is superfluous. El Omer Torah Yesh Lechodesh Atotzorch Lechacho. Bavos Olos Tmidim Musofim Mitzum Chadosha. There's a month where there's a renewal during that month, which is unique, where when you bring the communal offerings, it has to be from Truma Chadosha, a new tithing, meaning from new coins. Zeu Nisan, the Gamina Bigmorah Gzereshovish Chodesh Zeu Chodesh Nisan, came to Benisan Boy Lakruvi Mitzuma Chadosha. Since during the month of Nisan, you have to purchase the animals, the korbanos from the new tithing. You know, why was it called Truma? Truma is tithing. What do you tithe? So the Gemara says, Alan, what do you say? Okay. So the Gemara says, you know, let's say they had a room in the base of Mikdash. It's called a lishko. Lishko is a room. And all the coins would be put in the room. And they had 3 boxes, 3 large boxes outside. And they would go in like with literally a shovel. And they would shovel the coins and fill up these 3 boxes. That's how they tithe the coins. That's called the tithing of the coins. Right? Like you take truma, tithing. You take a portion, designate it for the coin. Take another, that's tithing. Same thing. It's the truma. It's called truma salishka. They tithe the lishka, taking from the coins the lishka, and these coins that were taken, they were the coins that were used for the korbanos. Seriously, of course, that's what the Torah says. You need truma salishka. You're supposed to tithe the coins. They all had the same status. V'keven de b'nisan boy lakruvim tshu b'chadosh kak magdimin mashminim al hashkolim ba'ador somachlo. So for the coins to arrive in time, you have to start announcing a month earlier. People should begin sending. They have to be reminded to send the machzah shekel. Sheviu shiklei b'rosh chodesh nisan. V'onu mishalmin porim svaseinu b'rkis hapashal kisiso. As the Gemara says, that many things, since we have no Beis HaMikdash, we're not able to actually actualize it. So by saying the psukim and understanding what we're saying, it's the equivalent of bringing the korban. So by reading the portion of Machzah Shekel, it's as if we're bringing the Machzah Shekel to purchase the korbanos. That's in Shalma Purim Svasenu. Shal Kisisa D'chsibo Ina Shkolim Yotzes L'Shachvis Gam L'Musaf Yotzers, you say in the morning by Musaf. Pasha Shkolim Pasha Chodesh Al Bezocha Poro Lo Tiknu B'Musaf Prima Godim. You only say Yotzers if people say Yotzers the morning, not Shachris, not Musaf. Im Eira Shel Korah Parsha Minyono Shel Yom Ein Lo Tashlum L'Shabbos Haba. If they missed a week, there's no makeup. Im Shochu Ghatzib Likros Pasha Shkolim or Dim Shar Shel Parshius. If our Omar Haftorah Shel Seder Shavua B'Chosev and Yiskru, if they already said the Haftorah, with the brachos, and then they remind Tzrichim Laus Lahotzi Sefer Torah. You have to take out the Sefer Torah again. V'likros Hapasha Brocha Lefonei Lachreo. You have to read it. V'yom Achkar Kaddish V'yaftir Below Brocha. When you say the Haftorah without the Brocha, Lefonei Lachreo. You this? So let's say they forgot to say Shkolim, they forgot to say Parsha Zocher. They take out a Sefer Torah. The one who gets the Aliyah says a Brocha before and after the regular Aliyah. Maftir is said, no Brocha, not before, not afterwards. No, call up. You can't say 2. Call up another person. V'niskru acha sheyiskil levorech al haftorah. V'omer Hashem. He says, what happens? They realized after acha sheyiskil levorech al haftorah. V'omer Hashem. Yigmar abrocha v'yom k'tzas ha'psukim me'haftorah ha'shvuah. T'ishti brocha mokum lochu. Let's say originally had in mind to say the haftorah of the ordinary parsha. And he started the bracha, and he hadn't yet begun the haftorah. He should say a few psukim of that haftorah which wasn't supposed to be said, and then you take out. It's like similar. The halacha is a person says a bracha on shofar. He can't get a sound out of it. It's not where he had multiple shofars in front of him. He always blows from a shofar. This year, for some reason, he can't get a sound out of the shofar. And they have to bring another shofar from somewhere else. When he said the bracha, he never intended initially to blow from that shofar. The halacha is he has to say the bracha again. There's a halacha that if a person takes a fruit, an apple, say borpriates, and the apple falls out of your hand and it's lost. Take another apple. You have to say another borpriates. Once you said borpriates on that apple, you can eat multiple fruits, any other fruits that are borpriates. But initially, the bracha has to be on what initially you intended the bracha should come upon. So if it didn't come upon that, then the halacha is you have to repeat the bracha. The same thing here. Originally, he had in mind to say the bracha on this particular haftorah, even though it wasn't the right haftorah. But that was when he said the brichas haftorah began. It was to say it on that. He should say 3 psukim. So therefore, the bracha comes upon those psukim. Once it affects those psukim, then we can speak about saying what the haftorah that you should be saying. Same idea.
On the apple, if you split the apple and give half of it to someone else, and you say the bracha, does the other person have to say the bracha as well?
Do you have in mind to be motziim?
Well, he's eating it.
I'm asking you a question. Do you have in mind to be motziim?
No.
So why shouldn't you have to say a bracha? You have to say a bracha before you eat, right? Okay. Okay. Ublo bracha achreo, he says, B'aftar sashua kedishtiya bracha bokum lochol ublo bracha achreo v'yotziu sefer Torah v'yikra ola echad minyonu shel yom. I'm not sure what he means. Ublo bracha achreo. No. I understand that. Wait a second. I understand that. Because again, here it's speaking about you hadn't read. He read the ordinary. The maftir was the regular maftir. You start reading the haftorah, the wrong haftorah. You realize after you said the bracha, you read 3 psukim. So here you're reading the haftorah before you can read the maftir. You're going to say that you're going to read the haftorah of shkolim before you're reading pashas shkolim, before you can read kisiso. That's what's happening over here. You understand? You finish reading the haftorah, but you didn't read kisiso yet. So, no. That's what he's saying. Yom ektzas psukim mi'after shvua kedeshtiya brocha moklov u'below brocha achreo, right? V'yotziu sefer Torah v'yikra ol echad b'inyonu shel yom. V'acha brocha achrona yom akarchi kraf Torah below brocha lefoneh, because it's a continuation of the previous. Brocha achrei yivorich, and then afterwards you continue. No, but what's interesting, it's not a hefsek. It's not a hefsek. I mean, you know what's going. You said the first brachos, you said 3 psukim of the wrong haftorah. Now you take out the second sefer, you read kisiso. Now you continue in the haftorah of kisiso, of shkolim, and then you conclude the brachos afterwards. You know what you're doing? One second. Let's repeat it again. Person, they called up the maftir, the 8th aliyah, they read him the 8th aliyah of the pashas Hashavua. They started to read, he said the brachos, and then they realized, before he even said any of the psukim from the Navi, it's the wrong haftorah. But because he said the bracha, you continue 3 psukim. After 3 psukim, you stop, take out the second sefer Torah, call up an aliyah, you give that person parsha shkolim. He says the first bracha, the closing bracha on the reading of the Torah, and then afterwards you continue the Navi of parsha shkolim, well, the introductory bracha. And then when he finishes, then you have the closing bracha. Okay, that's what you do. Makes very good sense. One second. V'nizkru miyad ach sheberach bracha achrona al haTorah. What happens if they realized immediately? They didn't even start the haftorah. Yotziu sefer Torah achreo. Let's close the door there. Yotziu sefer Torah achreo v'yonich etzel rishon of Yom HaKadosh, which you would have done in either case. V'achach yikra acher sheyavti binyonu shel yom birchoseo. Okay, that's simple. That's easy, right? Let's say before they even started the brachos of the Torah, they realized. He take out a second sefer Torah, and he says, and you say Kaddish, when he didn't say the Kaddish yet. One second. Sefer Torah ches yenichet v'shon yom HaKadosh. Now he was speaking, it's interesting, he's saying two Kadeshim. He says, if you realized Mirach Sheberach Baruch Achrona Shelter, which Baruch Achrona? The Mafter, right? The Mafter. You would see Sefer Torah Acheretz, take out another Sefer Torah, V'yaniach Eitzel Rishon of Yom HaKadosh. What are you saying Kaddish over? I mean, you say two Kadeshim consecutively. This is a little difficult. You understand? He says, if you realized after you finished the Aliyah, Niskar Miyadach Sheberach Baruch Achrona Shel Torah, which Baruch Achrona? Is it Shvi? Seemingly it's Mafter. Shvi, it's understood. I mean, what's the Talmud Chiddush? Of course you take out the second Sefer Torah. Right? Yotzi Sefer Torah Acheres Yiniach Etzel Rishon of Yom HaKadosh V'achar Yikra Acher Sheyafte Minyonu Shel Yom B'choseo. Acher means you call up another party. Right? Im Tov V'Korah Parshas V'Megillah Ba'da Rishon. Tzarech Lachzov Likros Megillah B'Shein. That's understood. Poshet. You had two others. And you read it. We hold Adasheni is Purim. Everything's Adasheni. He read everything out of Rishon. Everything has to be redone in Adasheni. Person didn't even realize it was a leap year. Right? Then all of a sudden they come Adasheni. Said, but wait, it's not Nisan. When you bench Rosh Chodesh, it's Adasheni. Okay? So everything has to be done over again. He says from Beishos seems to be you don't have to read over the Parshios. Megillah you have to reread, but the four Parshios that you read during the first Adar don't have to be reread during Adar Sheni. Avodarki Moshe, but the Yerab because it's Tzorach Laser. But the Ramos says they also have to be reread. As the Megillah has to be reread, the four Parshios have to be reread during Adar Sheni. Because it's not as important. It's not a chiyuv like Megillah. Okay.
The first Pashas I can understand why that is, because it's still in the right location in terms of between before the Rosh Chodesh and before.
Now the whole idea is to remind you to send the shkolim. So you're reminded. So I remind you a month earlier. Okay. Right? It was what a Pashas Chodesh also. One is what? Or a Pashas Porah. You should prepare for Korban for Pesach. Right? Okay, you purify yourself a month earlier. That's all. Same idea. Well, it's Parshas Zohar Yotze even if you say it today. Right? It happens to be they juxtapose it to the Megillah because it's all the same idea. But if one wasn't in Shul or Parshas Zohar, whenever you read it, with a minyan Yotze Parshas Zohar, it's not a problem. Right? It's brought La Alocha, if you weren't Yotze Parshas Zohar, the reading on Purim you should have in mind, right? Or let's say Kiseitze, when they read a Kiseitze, the Balkori has in mind Parshas Zohar, Yotze Parshas Zohar.
Why do you need to do that?
Because it's part of the Kriyas Torah. It's now Parshas.
But if you don't have access to meaning, you can say by yourself.
Yes, every day you can say Parshas Zohar to be Yotze. Right? As long as you verbalize it. First, it's a question you have to say it out of a Sefer Torah. It's not simple. A Yotze saying it out of a Siddur or saying it by heart. Right? Good. But the people have to in mind. They should announce it. Yeah, whoever.
That he missed it for some reason, would then have in mind that.
Right, correct. There's a famous word from Rav Tzvi Pesach Frank. The Balkori has in mind to be Motzi people in Kriyas Torah. And let's say a person wasn't Yotze Parshas Zohar. He's too ashamed to say it wasn't Yotze. Okay? So the Balkori has in mind to be Motzi in Parshas, in Kriyas Torah. But the listener has in mind two things. To be Yotze in Kriyas Torah and be Yotze also Parshas Zohar. Is he Yotze? If I'm saying Shomei Kona on the reading, so if it's considered as if I'm reading, so then now it's my intent, infuses it with Parshas Zohar, or no, that's not enough. You have to have in mind, you have to tell the Balkori to have in mind Parshas Zohar. It's not enough that he has in mind to cover you with Parshas HaShavua. So he shows that he has, if the Balkori does not have in mind to cover you with Parshas Zohar, even though you have in mind that to be Yotzei, although he has in mind to cover you for Parshas Shavua, you're not Yotzei. He has to have both things in mind. Because Shomei Kona doesn't mean when I listen, it's as if I said it. But rather, his saying is my saying. Understand? Why is it? Well, what's Shomei Kona? So,
Just because someone sits.
wait a second. I have a mind to cover you. So the words I'm saying now, if I consider it your words, so if they're your words, now you're infusing your words with your intent. Well, wait, if that, so therefore, he has a mind to cover me for Kriyas HaTorah, for Parshas HaShavua. So it's as if I read the closing psukim of Parshas Kiseitze. Right? I read those psukim. So I've read the psukim. Now I have in mind that those psukim, not only will it be Parshas HaShavua, also I should be Yotzei when I say those psukim Parshas Zocher. So maybe you should be Yotzei Parshas Zocher in addition to Parshas HaShavua.
Let's suppose a man says that the way to get often, was recovering. Am I allowed to read the Shahakot? Undercover.
That's nothing else. There you have to drink the wine. Once you drink wine, you could drink water. No, that's for a different reason. Because Bar Pri Hagafen doesn't cover Shako.
But it does.
No, that's only if you've drunk the Bar Pri Hagafen. You have to drink it. What happens if a person says Bar Pri Hagafen and drinks whiskey? Is he Yotzei? You can't be better than the one who said the bracha. That's understood. I understand, but it can't be. It can't be better than yourself. If you would say Bar Pri Hagafen, you can't drink whiskey unless you drank wine. So him drinking the wine, what does that have to do with you? Somebody says motzi, and as a result, saying motzi, you could eat food without saying a bracha. Could you, if you didn't eat the bread, could you eat the food of the meal without eating bread? Minimally, you have to eat some bread, and then you can start eating the meal. That's something else, because you don't have to drink of the kiddush. Right. I understand, but over here, the question here is, once there's a linkage between the reader and the listener, there is a linkage, because he's covering you in Kriyas HaTorah of the Parshas HaShavua. So now, if these words are considered my words, so, and now in addition I have in mind to be Yotzei, Parshas Zocher, why aren't you Yotzei? Right? So we say, therefore what? So there's a whole question what Shomei Kona means. What are the literal, if you go based on the literal meaning, Shomei Kona, what I listen, it's as if I said those words. As if I said the words of the psukim. So if I said those words, and I had in mind Parshas Zocher, you should be Yotzei Parshas Zocher. But that's not it. Shomei Kona can't mean that. Because saying the words is not enough. Because, you see, by Kiddush, you'd say, well, you have to say Kiddush. But where's your cup of wine? If you would have a cup of wine, then you could say, his words are my words. What he says, it's as if I say, holding a cup of wine. What happens if you don't have a cup of wine? How you don't say Kiddush? You need Kiddush ala kos. Correct? Where's your cup of wine? Or you have to have Kriyas Torah. You have to read it from a Sefer Torah. Where's your Sefer Torah? Right? How could you say Shomei Kona? You're only Yotzei Kriyas Torah if it's from a Sefer Torah. Where's your Sefer Torah? So therefore, the Chazon Ish says, Koral Pelo Yotzei by Kriyas Megillah. You say the Megillah by heart. You're not Yotzei. You have to read it from a parchment. But yet if the Baal Kori reads from a parchment, and he has mind to cover, you have mind to be covered, you're Yotzei. But where's your parchment? What's Shomei Kona? Where's your Megillah? So therefore the Chazon Ish, they all say, doesn't mean to say that when he says the words and I listen, it's as if I'm saying them. It's the concept of shlichus. His words are my words. Except is a precondition, you have to listen. You have to be connected. For him to be your agent, that his reading is your reading, you have to listen to the words. So when he's reading from the Klav. The Baal Kori is reading from the Sefer Torah. So comes to Parshas Zocher. He's my agent. What does he have in mind? He has in mind, he doesn't have in mind Parshas Zocher. Therefore, unless he has in mind, you're not going to be Yotzei Parshas Zocher, although Yotzei Kriyas Torah. To be continued.
That if someone reads, the Baal Kori reads from the Klav, the Megillah, you don't have to read it yourself?
Just have to listen to it. Just listening is good enough.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. There are different customs. Some people, some shuls, they have a klaf every Shabbos for the Haftorah.
Right.
Some they read from a Haftorah book.
Yeah.
Some read from a Koran Chumash, where it has everything. So the halacha is that if you only have a Haftorah book, it's not simple that you're Yotzei. You're not Yotzei. The listeners, the one who reads it, read it. He read it. So that's why by the Hasidim, everybody reads the Haftorah themselves. Why? Because factually, you're not being Yotzei. If you read it from a Klav, It's like Kriyas Torah. You don't have to read along. Because even Yotze, if you have the whole Tanakh or the whole Sefer Navi, Yotze. But if you only have just that particular page, you're not Yotze. So not Yotze, what do I have to listen to what he has to say? And you have an obligation to read Haftorah yourself. Therefore, he says the brachas, that's Shemei Ka'oner, and then you read your own Haftorah. No. They have all the Haftorahs, but each Haftorah, you have to have the whole book of the Haftorah. Let's say Haftorah's in Yoshua. Yeah, when you read Haftorah, it has to be from Sefer Yoshua. It's from Shmuel, it has to be Shmuel. Malachim has to be Malachim. It has to be the whole book. Otherwise, you're not Yotze. That's like second best. L'chatchil, it's Klav. Otherwise, you have to have the whole Novi. If it's just the page itself, you're not Yotze. Therefore, the person has his own. That's why Be'er Hasidim, they don't even read it out loud for that reason. I know. Some shuls have a Koren Chumash. It's a thick book. For that reason, they have it. For that reason, because everything's contained. So now, when he reads, everybody listens to Yotze with his reading. It's a very serious. B'di'evet Yotze. But it's questionable. So because it's questionable, therefore everybody should read it themselves.